All right, thank you. End of the year is usually a great time to get a deal on a car, but like everything else this year, the pandemic has changed the way we are shopping for cars. Automotive expert Nick Miles is joining us now to talk about how this has been impacting the auto industry and what you should expect when you are car shopping. You know, it's interesting. It seems like I see a lot of new cars on the road, so even though we have been staying at home and we're in a pandemic, it seems like people are into buying new cars right now.
Absolutely, they are into buying new cars right now. We're watching consumers get involved in the digital buying process a lot earlier than they were pre-pandemic. In fact, people searching online and getting pre-qualified for financing a lot earlier in that process.
It's interesting. They're also, I mean, we see similar things happening in the home industry where people are doing these almost like virtual test rides of a home or a car and getting very comfortable. I mean, the pandemic really forced the technology along a lot quicker than maybe it would have gone.
Yeah, shopping from your couch is the big thing now. People using things like Capital One's Auto Navigator to pre-qualify for financing and also to make sure they can look at what financing is available and what inventory is available. Inventory has been short at some dealerships, so you want to know what's there rather than cruise the dealership. You can see what's there. The final thing you should do is print out that pre-qualification. You do that with a home. Why not do it with a car? And then you print out the vehicle that you want. The last thing you should do is test drive it just before you actually sign the paperwork to drive it home.
That said, though, there are people who are buying cars without actually doing a test ride, and that seems really dangerous to me. And I say that as somebody who once bought a car and then realized 30 minutes later that had a blind spot I couldn't see past. So what would you say to people in terms of the actual test riding experience that they need to know about and also being comfortable being in a car maybe with somebody who's trying to sell it to you?
Yeah, no. So first of all, never, ever, ever buy a vehicle without test driving it. That's a huge mistake because you have to live with that vehicle for how many years you financed it for. You want to make sure you test drive it. Most dealerships making sure the test drive is safe. They're making sure they clean it and they do all the COVID cleaning of those vehicles. Plus, you know, Capital One just dropped a survey that's showing that the whole buying process is becoming much more transparent. In 2018, only 14% of people saying it was transparent. 2020, now 40% of respondents to their survey saying that it's becoming more transparent, and that's a lot to do with that whole digital buying process. The test drive is absolutely necessary. You can find the car online, but you have to test drive it before you purchase it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Nick, thanks so much. We appreciate it. And can I just tell you, I love that jacket.
Thank you so much.
Best dressed guest we've had today. Thank you very much.